Want an easy way to turn any plant or grass mesh into animated terrain vegetation in Unity? In this quick video, I'll show you a one-click tool I built that converts a mesh into an animated detail prefab instantly, making your scene feel more dynamic and lifelike. You can install it directly through the Unity Package Manager, and I'll walk you through exactly how to use it. Let's jump in. First, I'm going to show you quick how I created the grass mesh here. So you can see in Midjourney, I've got a prompt here to create kind of a stylized grass clump. And then I used Rodin to turn that image into a 3D model. Now, Rodin offers 5 free credits for new accounts. So if you don't have one yet, you can get 5 free credits, and that'll let you do about 10 models or so. So you can see here, here's the mesh that I created using that image, and I'm going to go ahead and download that as an FBX file. And once I get that downloaded and unpack it, then I'm going to pop open Unity, and then I'm going to pull the base.fbx and the shaded PNG into my project tray here. And then next I'm going to expand the base and hit Control D to create a duplicate of the material here, and then just drag the shaded PNG to the base map. And I like to turn the shininess down, or the smoothness down a little bit, just to reduce the shininess there. And then select your base.fbx again, and then just drag that new material in and click apply to get that texture to show up. Okay, so we've got a static mesh. This is what we created in Rodin and imported. And so the next thing we're going to do here is install the custom package that I created to create terrain details. So go to Windows Package Manager, and then what you'll need to do is grab this URL here. I'll post this in the description, but this is just where I'm hosting the code for this package. And then you want to say install from Git URL, and just paste that right in there and click install. And just takes a few seconds here for it to pull down the package and install it within your project. And once that's done, you can go ahead and close that. And then what that does here is in the menu here, you'll see there's a Tools, Terrain Details, Convert Mesh to Terrain Detail. So I have my mesh selected right here, and that'll pick it up. There's a couple of different presets, so you can do this for sea plants or for grass. Grass gives you more of like a wind type of animation. And then if you'd like, this is optional, you can actually have this auto-created as a detail on your terrain within the scene. So all you have to do is click the button, and what it'll do is create a new subfolder there called Terrain Details, which contains a prefab for the animated plant that you want to have working. So you can see here, this guy is moving around a little bit, swaying back and forth in the breeze. So you can see this in the editor. You know, obviously, if you run the scene, you'll see it kind of as well. So you can see the difference there between the original model that we imported and this new one. So what I'm going to do next actually is I'm going to delete these and then go over to that terrain, and you can see in the terrain details right there, the tool automatically imports it as a detail. So if you don't have that checked, you can manually import the prefab if you like. But yeah, you know, this makes it easy to kind of brush onto the terrain, you know, a bunch of these things. And you know, if you've used terrain detail painting before, you know, you can adjust the height, you know, randomization and things like that. But as you can see, these are all kind of swaying sort of together with each other, as if they were kind of blowing in the wind a little bit. So one of the things you can do here is under the terrain details, if you check the material here, there's a whole bunch of different options. So you can adjust the wind strength, the gust strength, you can play around with the movement speed, the velocity, change the wind direction. So I'm cranking up the wind strength right now. You can see it really sways kind of back and forth. So you can play around with that to get it to kind of look the way that you want to. But yeah, it's very customizable. So last thing I wanted to mention is this implementation is not a traditional implementation that uses things like wind zone components to push global wind vectors into shaders. This is a lightweight vertex shader, so it's easy to tweak and snap in custom noise. So, you know, there's pros and cons to both, but with this method, I think you get a little bit more flexibility, and with the tool, it's just easier to kind of apply it with a one-button click. So last thing I'm going to do here real quick, I've got this grassy texture I'm just going to throw onto the terrain here to make it look like a little bit more of a real scene here. And that's basically it. So if you want to give this a try, please do let me know if you run into any issues. Like I said, I tested it with a couple of different formats with FBX and GLB. But yeah, I hope you find this useful, and if you'd like to see anything else, please let me know. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't yet. Bye.